This IGN article argues in favor of Assassin's Creed's Black Samurai Yasuke. Yeah, we haven't seen a Black Samurai before. That is, if you haven't played Samurai Warriors 5, or seen Afro Samurai, or the Yasuke series, or if I want to stretch a bit, Ghost Dogway of the Samurai, underrated movie.
Buddy, if you want positive samurai Asian representation, look to your left. I want real, good heroic representation.
But you're not arguing good representation. You're arguing non-white representation.
Where's the Asian-led Resident Evil? Far Cry.
Ada Wong is literally Asian. Plenty of games where you play as her. Did you miss Far Cry 4's Ajay Gale? I don't blame you, it's incredibly forgettable, but still. Personally, I don't really care about Yasuke. I still won't buy this game. This series hasn't been good since 4. Okay, Rogue is also great. Unity is good. Syndicate isn't bad either, but Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla are just Witcher Light. I genuinely forgot the name of the last one, and Ubisoft is still greedy as ever. No buy for me either way. My thoughts on Assassin's Creed Shadows? Meh. The cinematic trailer looks alright, but it's only a cinematic trailer. Nothing more, nothing less. The pre-order sold well, apparently, so good for you, Ubisoft. I still ain't buying. It's not because of Yasuke, it's because I'm tired of new Assassin's Creed. Even if Yasuke is more historically accurate, even if it features a Japanese protagonist, it still doesn't dismiss the fact that Assassin's Creed is not an interesting IP for me, and it's struggling to gain relevancy in the current year. Might as well play the older games again, like Rogue. Rogue was great. I'm playing it now. I recommend it. Here's another game franchise that developers really do not care for. What the hell is this logo? This is a horrible logo for the next generation of Tomb Raider. This reminds me of all the movie clips on YouTube that promote 4K HDR. In another Tomb Raider outrage, a collaboration with the mobile game Hero Wars reveals that Lara Croft said that she must return the crown of the demons out of respect, and that she can't just take things away from people, demons in this case. Yeah, well, Lara Croft stealing artifacts and not returning them is the least worrying thing about her. Original Lara straight up kills people who gets in her way, even if they're innocent. Legends Lara is not as bad, but still not a good girl either. Survivor Lara is the worst because she's an anti-hero that has hero delusions. And yes, I am going full J. Jonah Jameson on her. She's a menace, a British menace too. So the sooner people see her as a villain, the better. And that's why I need more pictures of her, especially when wet.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Ow. From this point on, we're gonna have lots of console fanboy hooplas. But before we get to all those, I want to say huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You're all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below. Just $1 and you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's get into the fanboy salt. Instead of playing the fake Assassin's Creed Japan, let's just play the real Assassin's Creed Japan. Ghost of Tsushima is out on PC to critical acclaim. It's an excellent PC port at the top of an excellent game. Remember how the game isn't out for those who don't have a PSN? Remember how I say that the game will be out on the 7 Seas later? It's out now, and the Sony fanboys are salty.
PC gaming is a joke.
Okay then, have fun paying $80 a year, as one person said.
Absolutely disgusting. This just exposes any, but PC players aren't thieves, narrative.
PC players are not thieves. They buy games because buying games is much easier than pirating them. It's not only easier, but you also get all sorts of other benefits like cloud saves and updates and patches that hopefully doesn't ruin the freaking mods. Also mods. Not every PC gamer knows how to pirate. I had to guide plenty of PC gamers how to pirate. I mostly just tell them to start with rPiracy Megathread and sail from there. Do that, and most of you will agree that buying them is just much easier. And I do mean it. Buying stuff is just much easier for gaming. There are many things that we pirates must do to sail the 7 Seas without being bombarded with trash and garbage. We protect ourselves with VPN and common sense, and making sure that we don't get ourselves in dodgy websites. Oh yes, speaking of fanboys that hate PC gamers for dumb reasons, here's one that wants to refund Helldivers 2 for a dumb reason. Helldivers 2 has sold millions of units, and this Sony fanboy didn't like that.
I feel you robbed me and want my $40 back.
FYI, this person tries to refund the game because there are PC players playing it.
You made accommodations for cheaters and griefers.
There aren't a lot of Helldivers 2 cheaters and griefers on both consoles and PCs, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
There's no way for me to report the racist and abusive players on PC.
What, you couldn't find a mute and block button?
You can see what's going on without me. I already uninstalled. Too busy fighting their return policy.
Yeah, that's Sony for you, alright. Even if your reasoning makes sense, it doesn't. They're not making it easy for you to refund games.
I can't play because they don't think I matter as a player. Damn shame.
Well, you asked for a refund, so you don't matter anymore. But come on, did you seriously ask for a refund on Helldivers 2 because they are PC players and they are allegedly cheaters and griefers? Goodbye. But hey, say what you want about these console fanboys. At least they're not having some delusions of grandeurs like this particular fanboy who genuinely thinks that their plastic electronic is hot stuff, that it's the biggest market in the industry. Talk about delusional. Square Enix aggressively pushed for a multi-platform release. About time, Square Enix. Better late than freaking never. And then this Sony fanboy disagrees on this move.
And then they would lose the biggest storefront in the world for a little gain.
The biggest storefront in the world? PlayStation. Are you out of your mind? There are more PCs than there are PlayStations. Most, if not everyone, owns at least a PC or a laptop. What makes you think that PlayStation is the biggest?
What storefront is larger in gaming?
It's Steam. You can install it on Windows, Mac, or Linux. You can install it on a gaming PC, Office PC, Potato PC, a Lenovo ThinkPad from years ago, etc. Any one of those can download Steam, buy Doom Classic for $5, and be a gaming PC and a Steam user. And that's just Steam. Don't get me started on mobile. Everyone who has a smartphone has an app store, and they have games that have been downloaded a billion times. Stop this delusion, pony. Not only that your typical console fanboys have delusions of grandeur, but they also have the exact opposite delusions. They also delude themselves into thinking that they're the victims of oppression, and they're oppressed by the master race. The PC master race, that is. This take is from an alleged troll, but I want to respond anyway because while this person might be trolling, they managed to capture the mindset and the salt coming from the fanboys.
PS5 owners are now treated like black people in 1939 USA.
Jeez, the amount of salt that's been generated after Square Enix want to aggressively become multi-platform and abandon Sony exclusivity would cause this type of reaction.
We are now second-class gamers and neither Sony nor Square care about us anymore.
Good, because you demand your games to be exclusively for you and not for everyone else. Company wants our money for their games, but you won't let them because you're a dick-riding troll.
I'm not a troll. I just want PS5 to have some identity without cannibalizing its own value.
Yeah, that's not Square Enix's fault. That's Sony's fault for not providing any substantial value for the PS5. I don't need to buy a PS5 because the old PC games that I'm playing right now are more fun than your exclusive games, if you even have games. Man, these Sony ponies are out of control. They're having delusions of grandeur and delusions of oppression. But don't worry, these delusions will get worse and worse. Well, this is a horrendous accusation.
PC gamers are child predators just like Xbox. Super child predators.
I'm not sure what makes you think that PC and Xbox gamers are child predators. Is it because of the anime games? Aren't you the ones who had a hold of Persona 5 before it became multi-platform everywhere? That's the game where you're a minor and you can date other minors or even other adults. That game was your exclusive for about 5 years, so who are you to judge who's a predator or not? For the record, I'm not actually saying Persona 5 is a Predator game. I'm just trying to figure out why this person came to this conclusion other than stupidity.
Sony has to stop porting games for these baby lovers. Bunch of beggars.
Yeah, Sony should stop porting all these games to other platforms, including Persona 5, a game where you play as a minor and can date other minors and even adults. These baby lovers should not have that game at all. No, seriously, where did these baby lover accusations came from? And you want to know the most ironic part among all these delusions? A lot of these PlayStation fanboys are probably not as supportive of their electronic plastic toys as much as they thought they were. This really shouldn't surprise anyone. Half of PlayStation players still haven't upgraded from their PS4 into the PS5. Maybe that has something to do with how the PS5 is just a worthless console to upgrade to, and I'm not the only one who thinks that way. There are about 118 million active PSN users as of March, but only half of them is running the game on PS5, which means that half of them is not running the PS5. You can still buy the PS4 brand new right now for much cheaper. Performance is not great, but the PS5 exclusives aren't that great, so you don't really lose much. A lot of game companies have started to move on from releasing their games on the last-gen consoles, like Ubisoft, where they want to release their latest Assassin's Creed game featuring Yasuke the Black Samurai on the current-gen console instead. Yeah, Square Enix tried that with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I think we figured out one of the reasons why Rebirth didn't sell well. It's because they only hit half of the intended audience. I guess that's why they go multi-platform. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show channel, link down below. Go subscribe as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.